He really is adorable, she thought. All the university wives are going to be jealous when they see him, he really is a cutie. I'll have to put him in something that emphasizes what an irresistibly helpless baby has become. Maybe I can find a baby doll dress to fit him, something sweet with ruffles and lace in baby blue with matching romper panties. He won't mind, he'll probably enjoy all the attention. Maybe I should have a baby shower for him. That's an idea, I'll have a SRTY to let him get acquainted with his new age group. Nothing big or expensive, just a few of the wives who have babies. They won't have to bring anything but small gifts, I've already bought everything I need to take care of him. I can see him crawling on the floor with the other babies. He'll drool, coo, pee himself and dump in his didy just like the rest of them. He'd be so humiliated if he could still think. No one would listen to him. No one would pay serious attention to anything he did. No one would ever believe he was anything but a mindless infant. He'd just be another silly, diapered baby in a playpen full of silly, diapered babies. All my friends would do is smile at him and tell me what a pretty baby he is. He'd be mortified. She wondered what he'd do if he saw one of her friends feeding her baby. Men were such infants about such things. He'd probably sit on the floor and gape in amazement. With a little luck, maybe she could con her friend into giving him a little. Wouldn't that be something? His reflexes would kick in and he'd gorge himself on her milk. Even if he grew up physiologically, he'd never be the same. She hoped he really could think. It would be a shame if her fantasy couldn't come true. She wanted to punish him for letting her become a young widow. Mary thought that she should find a daycare center to take care of him for a few hours each day. She could imagine the look on his face as she left him standing alone in a playpen, clad in nothing but a diaper and surrounded by strangers. The expression of abandonment and helplessness would be priceless, she'd have to get a picture. She'd enjoy seeing him utterly humiliated by having unfamiliar women treat him like a baby. She wanted to see him helplessly pee and poop his didy in front of the entire staff of a daycare center. There he'd be, a shamefaced squalling baby in sopping didies, waiting for someone to come change his diaper and clean his dirty bottom. She wanted him to experience the ignominy of being considered a witless tot whose foolish yearnings were beneath contempt. In a daycare he'd be subject to all the indignities of babyhood. If his diaper drooped, they'd put their hands down the front of his diaper to see if he was wet without any thought for his privacy. Then they'd cleanse him brusquely and change his diaper with a splendid disregard of his personal dignity. He'd find out how exasperating being completely helpless and dependent is. If he became fussy, they'd bounce him on their knees and soothe his wounded infant ID with baby talk. If they thought he was thirsty, they'd give him a baby bottle. He wouldn't even be given the chance to belch on his own. After he finished nursing, they'd hold him against their shoulder and burp him.